Hello, and welcome everyone. Come on in, come on in. I'm so excited to be here today. My name is Kevin Edwards, and I am your host for today's webinar. The webinar today is going to talk about how you can make passive income using the blockchain ecosystem. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Give me a moment while I share my screen with you. Got some important information that I want to get out, and I've only got a little bit of time to get it out to you. So here we go. Blockchain Sports and Limited are partnered. We'll talk a little bit more about their partnership in just a little bit. But before I go any further, I want to share with you a little bit about why we're all here. And that is because of the possibility of passive income. Passive income refers to income that comes to you without you having to do much to receive that income. There are different types of income streams that are considered to be passive. Most of those streams are investment income. That's income where you might invest in stocks and bonds and mutual funds, or even real estate can be a source of passive income for you. There's also dividend stocks. Those are the kinds of stocks that you purchase that pay you back a dividend. And then there is online ventures such as creating a blog or YouTube videos or doing a podcast and generating passive income through advertising or sponsorships and even affiliate marketing. There's also peer-to-peer lending, such as like a lending tree or something along those lines, where you actually put up some cash and people borrow that money, and the passive income stream that comes back to you is the money being lent is being returned to you. So there's also creating and selling products. You might be able to create a book or create an online course or develop some software products. And lastly, there's also automated businesses. For example, if you own, let's say vending machine business where you have 20 vending machines across the city, and the only work you really have to do is going and picking up the coins. But there's a new type of passive income stream that I want to talk to you about today, and that is comes from something that we've heard of before, which is called crowdfunding. Many people are familiar with crowdfunding. You're probably familiar with it because of you've heard of Give, Send, Go, or you've heard of Kickstarter, there's a whole host of those out there. That is what is known as altruistic giving. You basically, somebody's house burns down, or somebody doesn't have enough insurance to cover something, a medical need, or someone was in a car accident and they're trying to, they need some money for a car. There's a lot of different types of altruistic giving opportunities that you have. But typically in those situations, you give with the understanding that you're probably not going to get anything in return. Now, maybe in a Kickstarter situation or where somebody's trying to start up a small business or they want to fund their arts and craft kind of film, little artsy film that they're going to do, you might get free tickets to the movie once it's completed or the documentary once it's completed. But typically, you're not going to get much back. But with the kind of crowdfunding that we're going to talk about today, there's a possibility of making big money. I know this to be a fact because I was a part of an equity crowdfunding opportunity called Daisy. The community that we put together raised funds to launch a business, and that business paid us back with equity. Okay. The Daisy community was started back in 2021. So about 3 years ago, it originated. It had some ups and downs in the beginning, but it has turned out to be an amazing, amazing opportunity. I didn't join the community of 240,000 members until late in the game, but the rewards that I got for funding the company Endotech have been tremendous. As a matter of fact, it's been enough to retire me. I'm basically retired right now based on my jumping into the Daisy community. Daisy funded the company called Endotech. Endotech was looking to looking to get $500 million in funding. And they didn't want to go the traditional route of going to a bank and getting funding and waiting to get approvals and then having the bank kind of control what they did as a corporation, as a business. They were looking for a decentralized type of funding. So they came to the Daisy community to get a decentralized type of funding. We were charged with, as a community, earning of donating, contributing this 500 million dollars. The community came through and actually contributed $660 million. Now, to be honest with you, not big checks were written out in this situation. To be the truth of the matter is, if you do the math, there's about $2,500 a person. So there were some big checks, but there are quite a few little checks. And trust me when I say that's the way crowdfunding typically goes. It's a lot of little people getting together to fund something bigger. What they did at Endotech, it's basically a hedge fund. And what they did was they took some of the money, about 20% of the money invested, and they used that for a little bit of overhead and for testing this AI system that did forex trading for those people in the community. So they took 20% to upgrade the system, test the system, use the system, and they took the other 80% and invested it into the trading system. And so, based on the success of the trading model, that's where the revenue came back to the community. And the amount of revenue that came back to the community was $573 million and counting, I might add. The bottom line is, for 23 consecutive months, they've had people winning. I've never been involved in a business where people got paid daily, weekly, and every week, everybody who was involved, that's all 240,000 people, won on a weekly basis. It's unheard of. I've been involved in a lot of business opportunities. I've sat through some that have been very good for me and my family. I've sat in some that have been very bad for me and my family. So I've seen it all basically, but I never thought I would see a situation or an opportunity where everyone involved won on a weekly basis. The new project, that Daisy project, has been put to bed. It's over. You can. It's not accepting any new members. The people who had invested from the community in Daisy initially are still getting their rewards from the Endotech model, from the AI unit, the AI system. But currently, that is closed, and Daisy has moved its community in a situation to fund a new project. That new project, as you probably can guess, is blockchain sports. I am a big, huge sports guy, but the sport that they're starting with is a sport I know very little about and I am not a fan of. But what I am a fan of is the concept behind blockchain sports. The new project, you get the opportunity to be a founding member in that new project and a brand partner in that new project. And the Daisy community recognizing that Daisy, decentralized artificial intelligence systems, doesn't necessarily fit this new project because we're not dealing with AI as much as we were in the first project. So the new project got a new name, and that name is Limitless. Limitless is now the name of the community that will be funding blockchain sports. It's important to understand that we are in the pre-launch phase. The pre-launch phase will last from now, today, all the way till August 17th. And then on August 17th, it is closed. No one new can join the community. No one new can add funds to the community. It'll be closed. The new project, and then on the 17th, it'll close, but a new project will be announced. The new project will be announced at our regional conference, which will be in Las Vegas. We hope that each and every one of you who decides to join the community can come out to Vegas and have a good time with us as we learn about the new project. But enough of that. Let's talk about this current project, this blockchain sports project. Right now, you have the opportunity to position yourself for an incredibly lucrative opportunity. It's my opinion, but based on a lot of good fact and a lot of good knowledge. The other thing I want you to know is you need to get in where you fit in with the amount of venture capital that's right for you. We're not trying to get people to join and thinking that it's a get rich quick kind of scheme where you just put your money in and you get a whole bunch of money out. Just recognize that this is a revenue crowdfunding model. The project goes public on September 1st. So in the pre-launch phase, there is income to be made. There's passive income to be made, but the bulk of your passive income will start September 1st as this project is open to people, the public, not just the founding members. Now, the passive income that you will receive from being a part of the blockchain ecosystem is lifetime residual income. Well, I shouldn't say lifetime. I should say you will receive revenue for as long as there is soccer. That might be a lifetime, but in any case, that's the situation. As we fund blockchain sports, that's the situation, the opportunity to earn lifetime residual income. Now, with this kind of claim, there has to be a disclaimer. And the disclaimer is right here, and I will give you a few minutes to take a look at it and read it yourself. So, what is blockchain sports? Well, blockchain sports is a disruptive force that will change the sporting world. It's bringing technology and real world assets that are shifting the playing field and bringing sporting world to a new level. It's kind of bringing it into the 22nd century. I mean, it's way out there, some of the things they're talking about, but it's really updating the sport and bringing it up to a modern standard. As a founding member and brand partner, you'll receive passive income on the daily and quarterly basis based on the revenue of the whole ecosystem. And we'll talk about what that whole ecosystem looks like. But like I said, they are starting with soccer. And the question I had in the beginning is, why soccer? Well, soccer is the world's largest fan base. Soccer has the world's largest fan base, 3.5 million fans and upwards of 250 million players. Okay, 250 million players worldwide. Soccer is played on every continent and in just about every country. As a matter of fact, it blows my mind how big the soccer industry is. We're going to start in Brazil, but Brazil is only the start. This project has started already 18 months ago. It was started in development. The blockchain sports raised $30 million to begin to build a world-class football academy. And this academy, it has government funding. That is, the government is behind this project, which is exciting. And blockchain sports is negotiating to build more world-class academies country worldwide. Since we are talking about blockchain sports, I do have to bring up and talk a little bit about what is a blockchain. Well, basically, a blockchain is a public ledger that records transactions. Okay. The information on the blockchain is immutable. It can't be changed. It can't be deleted. Nothing can happen to it once it is put onto the blockchain. No one can tamper with it. It's tamper proof. And it doesn't belong to anyone. It's decentralized. It belongs to no one, but everyone still has access to it. Think about back in the old days when they would keep a ledger by hand, just if they kept it in a situation where everyone can see, anyone can add, but everyone has access to it. That's the kind of the situation that we have right here. Transactions on the blockchain are added in blocks. That's why it's called a blockchain, and they are linked together in a chronological order. So again, if you're thinking about that ledger, you'd write on one page, you turn the page, you write on the next page, you turn, then go to the next page, and you turn and go to the next page. That's how it's as requests come in. That's exactly how those things are categorized on the blockchain. A block is made and it goes chronologically in order. Okay, and again, cannot be tampered with. It's immutable. The entire history of the transactions can be tracked back to the very beginning, to the very first block in that chain. Everything is transparent, everything can be seen. Another concept that I have to talk about, which will come into play later on, are what are nodes? Imagine the blockchain as a vast library system, not confined to a single building. So, in essence, there can be hundreds of libraries all over the place. Each library contains the collection of books, a ledger. The books are basically ledgers, and each library represents a node in the blockchain. Nodes are very important. When you look at nodes, there are a couple of different kinds of nodes. But the node that is very important to us is this one, the minor node. It's just imagine librarians are responsible receiving shipments of books. There's transactions that need to be confirmed. They confirm all the transactions in the blockchain, and they organize the transactions. And then they verify that and ensure each one is genuine. Every time that there's a transaction, every time there's a node, a transaction that flows through the node, you get a piece of that. That's part of the passive income that you'll get from this. Another thing that I have to talk about, just to kind of give you some little bit of background, and I really don't want you to get hung up on the details. Just know that just think about holistically about do you feel that the whole system has a potential to work? If you do, I think you'll get as excited as I am about this. But there's also what we call non-fungible tokens. You may have heard of NFTs before. NFTs are digitized pieces that have value. In this case, what we're going to be digitizing are the young athletes and able and fan sponsorship through smart contracts, NFTs, and interactive marketplace. An NFT basically, if you could actually see it, it's actually like a baseball card of the players. And as the players come into the academies and they grow and they develop and they move on to the next level of play, the next level of play. If it wasn't like a baseball, we would have like single A, double A, triple A. Well, there's many more layers to this. When you get started and you think about the size and the scope of this business, you actually have NFTs for all of the players. The NFTs are basically started when talent scouts go out and look for talent. Then they start to collect the statistical data that comes along with that athlete. And they do that in many, many different ways. But one of the things that's really cool is we have a patented technology that is wearable that can monitor everything about a player in real time. No one else is doing this. It's one of those patented things that we have that you, as being a part of this ecosystem, will get a piece of once you become a founding member. And then we actually print the NFTs, which is huge, huge. We print the baseball cards. We determine how many of them there will be. We determine the size of the market, and we determine the selling price of the NFTs based on the person. And as those baseball cards are bought, sold, traded, you have the ability to earn off of those transactions because those are transaction fees. And then, of course, the open sale of the digital collectibles will go out to the public, like I said, September 1st, when things are open to the public. There's one more thing I need to share with you. Since we are on the blockchain, we need a certain level of currency to be able to move through the blockchain. And so we have developed, or the currency that we will be using is the Atla coin. The Atla coin is minted by the founders nodes. And so there are different tiers and different packages. We'll get to those later on, but just know that with each packet, as we go up the levels, you get more and more founders nodes. The more nodes you get, the more income, more passive income you will get. The bottom level starts out with one node. And that is awesome because we actually print the athletic coin. So the same thing goes. We decide how many go into production, so on and so forth. We decide the total number of supply of the coins. And nodes are validated through the blockchain. They're transparent transactions and they store all of the data for the individual athlete and their NFTs. Very important piece. The packs are very simple. The first pack is what we call the Academy pack. To get in at the Academy pack level, it's about $100 USDT. The contribution here is you are contributing to the sports academy in Brazil. All of the revenue from the sports academy in Brazil, you will get a piece of that action. But everybody who becomes part of the blockchain sports and limitless program has an academy pack. They're sponsoring the academy in some way. The academy pack does not provide any nodes, and it doesn't give you access to all of the other things that we're involved in. It's just a very basic entry level, and it's specific to the world-class facility in Brazil. But it does enable you to promote founders programs and earn direct referral commissions. Now, this is completely optional. This is not necessarily a part of your passive income. You truthfully don't have to do anything but spend $100 and get a check based on the Brazil Academy. The academy, like I said, is going to be world class. It's going to host a hotel. It's going to host an academic center. It's got swimming pools, soccer fields, workout facilities. It's got everything that you would need. And you get a piece of that for $100 ongoing for as long as soccer exists. Now, there's also the founders packs. The first founders pack is $500. It includes your first founders node. So you actually get one node with the first founders pack. It grants you brand partner access to promote the NFT marketplace. We talked about NFTs. So you actually get revenue from the marketplace when the cards are bought, sold, traded, or whatever goes on with the transaction fees of those cards. And it qualifies you to earn 2% in the rewards plan. This is, again, I just want to stress, it's optional. We will talk about the rewards plan for people who want income that is not necessarily passive. But for the passive income stream that we're talking about, you don't, I wouldn't worry too much about this. If you're just looking to invest it, park it, and collect a monthly check and a daily check, you don't have to worry about this piece here. But there are only 400,000 of those coins that we talked about, the Atla coin, at this level. The next level is the Founders Pack 2. That is $2,000 to get involved with that, and it gives you 4 Founders nodes. And you are a brand partner. You have access to the NFT marketplace. You earn royalties from 50% of all NFT market profits, which is huge. And again, optional qualifies you to earn 3% in the rewards plan. The rewards plan, again, is a referral plan. You don't have to be involved in that. It is totally optional. At this level, there are only 100,000 coins in the supply. And as you'll notice as we go up, it'll get rarer and rarer, the number of coins that we have. The third package includes 16 nodes, additional digital rewards from all fees and all blockchain explorer. You get a brand partnership in every club and academy in the ecosystem. So as they finish the Brazil, they are already in negotiations with other countries to build other facilities worldwide. So as they continue to build academies, world-class facilities, you get a piece of the revenue from all of that. In this area, there's only 100,000 coins in the supply chain. Moving ahead to Founders Pack 4, 25,000 USDT. You get 50 nodes and includes digital revenue from all transactions on the blockchain. It opens up the sports science performance technology category. This category is huge. Like I had mentioned earlier, we already have tech that is patented, that is being used, that you will get a piece of on a regular, everyday basis. The performance technology piece not only has wearable tech, like I talked about earlier, but it also has Dr. Eric Naputi has tests that are brain scans, and they test your saliva, they test your DNA, they can test and determine all kinds of things about the potential of the athlete. They can determine whether or not the athlete is actually prone to injury, whether the athlete has quickness, whether the athlete can develop quickness. All kinds of things are tested and all of that information is stored on the blockchain on the person's digital baseball card. So as they get better and better and better, their card gains in value. Not only that, their skill on the field improves because with the specialized testing, they can actually train you in different ways based on your strengths and weaknesses. Typically, training is universal. Everybody on the team typically kind of goes through the same routines, the same activities, the same training. But now the science has gotten so specific that just based on a brain scan or testing your DNA, they can customize a training just for you so that can help with your success. And in this category, there's only 8,000 coins in the supply. So these coins are very, very rare at this level. We get to the Founders Pack 5. It's 50,000 USDT, basically about $50,000, which includes 100 nodes. Additional digital rewards brings transaction fees between blockchain networks. The network that we're using is able to talk to other blockchains, not outside of the ATHLA blockchain. So the currencies that fly around and some of the other, which is great for us because it's all digital. It makes it very easy, but we're able to, based on the way they have put this together, our currency is able to be traded with other currencies. So every time there's a trade in the currency, every time there's movement in the currency, you get a piece of the transaction. And also you can be brand partners for the entire technology, research, and development category. That's all of the patented the training items, all of the patented technology, all of the research, anything that has to do with the tech and science piece of what we do will come to you in a reward. And again, passive income, just straight up passive income in that level. And that includes the AI stuff, because there will be some AI stuff that is already out and patented, and that's just for training. And then there's virtual reality technology and all future technology verticals. You get a piece of that at the $50,000 mark. And our highest level is the $100,000 package. At this level, you get everything that we've already talked about. You get a piece of all of that. You get a piece of the D Finance project. You also get a piece of the fantasy football league that will be developed. So every time there's a transaction in the league, a person gets traded, so on and so forth, whatever, you get a piece of that action. And the most exciting part of this whole thing is the entertainment category. That's what you get to unlock. And that would include gaming, reality TV, live events, and sponsorships. The reality TV series is already in production. There are already documentaries started around this project and around some of the athletes. So already Netflix has been negotiating with blockchain sports to put some of this information on their streaming service. So we're always excited to partner with companies as big as that, and it lends a whole lot of credibility to what we're trying to accomplish. And at the top level, there's only 2,000 of those coins available. Now, you might be thinking about, can I come in at some level and upgrade? Well, the answer is yes, you can. The good thing is, if you come in at a whatever level you choose to come in at, you only have to pay the difference to get to the next level. So you don't have to pay if you're going to get into $2,000 level. You don't have to have put $2,000 in and then to get to the $8,000 level, another 8,000. Nope, doesn't work that way. You get in at the 2,000 level. To get to the 8,000 level, all you have to do is get to the 6 grand. That's the delta in between there. So there is something that I do want to share with you. Everything I've basically talked about here has to do with the passive income side of this business. A lot of money on the passive income side of this business. However, bigger money can be made from referring people to this business. And there is actually a founder's rebate bonus. The founder's rebate bonus is very simple. If you refer two people and those two people come in at the $500 level, you get your original contribution back. So if you contributed $50,000 and you bring this up to two friends of yours, and they may get in at the $500 level, you get your whole entire $50,000 back. Now, what I will tell you is how it occurs. It doesn't come from any of the profits that we're talking about. What's going to happen is a portion of the contribution that you make will go into trading with the original company that we talked about earlier, Daisy. Daisy was trading Forex, and that's where we got our equity from, our revenue from, was through the trades of Forex. Remember, Everybody in the community earned money. The community had almost 2 years of winning. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna take 25% of the contribution, put it in there. And when that contribution level, which reaches 400%, that 25% reaches 400%, which means all the contributions have been matched. They will take that and pay that match back to the community. So whatever level you got in, the 500, the getting two people at the $500 level will get you your money back. Now, I will tell you that if you just want straight up passive income, you will be able to invest, and at some point you will get your money back just through the simple investment. But if you do choose to refer two people, you can actually get your investment back after September 1st. Don't know how long that will take to get to the 400%, but it will start after September 1st, all of that trading piece there. So that's pretty exciting. I'm all for that. I'm anytime I can invest in something and almost guarantee to get my money back relatively quickly, I'm all for that kind of thing. So there is just so you know, there is a referral side of this business. Again, you don't have to be involved in that if you don't want to. It is this what we have talked about so far this evening is strictly passive income, but there are some benefits referring people. If you're ready, these are the steps that you have to take. Create a wallet, transfer some money, ensure that you have enough money, transaction fee, and then access the referral link. The referral link will come from the person who thought enough of you to invite you to this presentation. They will provide you with their referral link. And once you get into the business, all you have to do to get your passive income is wait by the mailbox or wait by the I don't think it comes in the mail, it'll come digitally. So wait by your Tron wallet and it'll come to you. But really and truly, that is it on the passive income side of this business. If there is something that you want to ask questions about, feel free to ask the person who invited you. If they don't have an answer, they will go and research someone who does. I'm available. There are other people who are available. The person who invited you knows who we are, and they can reach out to us at any time. It's very simple. It's you being a venture capitalist ish and contributing to this crowd fund. Again, there are already 240,000 people. It's probably more now. I really haven't checked, but that was probably about 3 months ago. There was 240,000, definitely more now. We are doing everything that we can do to stand up and help blockchain sports get to its goals. Once we do that, as founding partners, we have a cornucopia of opportunity with respect to all of the things that we'll have access to, depending upon which vertical, which founders pack you purchase. And really and truly, that is how you can make passive income with blockchain sports by becoming a part of the Limitless community. Thank you. Hope all is well, and we will see you next time. Appreciate your time, and hopefully we will be partners in this new and exciting opportunity.